Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. I am Jamie Beth. Today we are going to start the Halloween season. I am so excited. As you all know, I am very much in love with Halloween and Halloween time and anything that has to do with Halloween. And now we are in October, which is my absolutely favorite month. We are going to start doing Halloween stuff. So today's Halloween story is going to be about places throughout the United States that I would highly recommend you visit if you want to visit something during the Halloween season. So these are some Halloween destinations. Our first destination is going to be one that I know I've talked about, I know you guys know about. It's Salem, Massachusetts. And what makes this place so incredibly cool is that starting October, it is full on Halloween mode there for the entire month. They start off the Halloween season with this like really neat parade, and we just happened to be visiting like at the first week of October when this parade was taking place, and it was so cool to see. Like, I don't know, it was just really neat. The whole place is riddled with haunted events throughout the month. There are parades, costume competitions, Halloween cruises, a lot of ghost tours for visitors, and much more. In addition to this, there are also some other interesting sites to visit, like the Salem Witch Museum and the House of Seven Gables. I've been to both, and they are very cool. I'm going to give you guys a list of some spooky places to visit. Now, there is the Chambers of Terror, the Witch Mansion, Joshua Ward House, the Salem Witch Village, the Bearing Point, and Count Orlok's Nightmare Gallery. Now, some tours that I recommend are the Salem Hocus Pocus tour. The Hocus Pocus tour takes you on like around Salem where they shot the movie Hocus Pocus. Not all of the movie was shot in Salem, only bits and pieces. So while we were walking around, we must have, I don't know, my family is a bunch of talkers, so my sisters and my mom and I must have like impressed the tour guide, because he's like, if you guys really want to go do something scary, walk down Howard Street at night. It's the most haunted street in Salem, and I know I've mentioned this in my Salem video. I probably mentioned it in a few videos. So that's what we did. We walked down Howard Street where there is a cemetery. That's where the old jail that is now like an apartment complex is, and it was pretty neat. It was pretty spooky. It's a pretty long street, and we really enjoyed them telling us some other little scary places to go while we were visiting Salem. Another great tour is the Dark Stories of Salem, Mysteries and Murders of Salem, then the Salem Voodoo, Vampires and Ghosts tour, and the Salem Witch Trials tour. So all of those are some great tours. Hopefully they're still doing these tours. I know they were going on when I was there. I'm pretty sure they're still going on, but those are definitely some places to check out if you visit Salem, Massachusetts. If my voice sounds kind of raspy, for some reason my sinuses are acting up today, and I'm not sure why. It just happens, like, I swear, a couple times a week I'll just wake up and my sinuses are all weird. So I apologize if I sound a little funny this morning. But it's just sinuses. The next place is another place I have talked about quite a bit. It is Savannah, Georgia. And this place is on my bucket list. I want to go here so bad. I just want to like walk around, and not only because it's it is a spooky place, but just because of the history and how beautiful it is there. I just want to check it out. So Savannah is considered one of the most haunted cities in the country. There are many things that attract dark tourism enthusiasts to Savannah throughout the year, which makes the city a great fit for the best Halloween attractions or destinations in the world. There are many walking tours in Savannah that are very popular among visitors, with the most popular one being the Ghost and Gravestone Trolley Tour. Some other spooky locations in Savannah that are well worth visiting are the Factors Walk, the Grave Face Museum, 432 Albercorn, and then the Marshall House. Some Halloween tour ideas are the Creepy Crawl Night Walking Tour, the Savannah Ghost City Dead of the Night Tour, Savannah Ghost Walking Tour, the Savannah Haunted Pub Crawl, and the Uncensored Zombie Night, which you have to be 18 or older to attend. Next on our list is Reading, Pennsylvania during their Shocktoberfest. Aside from being declared the poorest small city of America in 2011, Reading is also famous for hosting one of the most amazing Halloween festivals in the country, the iconic Shocktoberfest. Initially, it started as a single hayride and grew into a large horror park that attracts scare-seeking visitors from different parts of the world. Judging by the ratings, this is one of the top-rated horror attractions in the United States. Some of the festival's main attractions feature a zombie safari tour, a massacre scare zone, laser tag with zombies, and much more. I couldn't find, other than the things I just mentioned, I couldn't really find anything else to tell you about this other than the Shocktoberfest that goes on in Reading, Pennsylvania. So we're just going to move on to the next location, which is New Orleans, Louisiana. This is also on my bucket list. I want to visit New Orleans so bad. And not necessarily during Halloween. I just want to visit it no matter what time of year we go. I'm sure Halloween will be the best time to go, but New Orleans is supposedly one of the more haunted cities in the U.S. Halloween in New Orleans is a great idea, not only because of the city's haunted places, interesting parades, and voodoo magic history, but also because New Orleans is one of the most charming cities in the country. It is absolutely beautiful there from the pictures that I've seen of it. Some spooky locations in New Orleans. Some spooky locations in New Orleans is the Mortuary Haunted House, the Haunted Hotel, the Beauregard Keys House, the Nightmare Haunted House, the Payne Strachan House, the New Orleans Voodoo Museum. Some tours that you can take while in New Orleans is the New Orleans Haunted Ghost, Voodoo, and Vampire Tour, the Haunted Pub Crawl, and the NOLA Killers and Thrillers Tour. Moving along to Independence, Kansas. Independence is a quirky little town in the southeastern part of Kansas. It is the only town in the U.S. that celebrates Nuwala. Everyone else celebrates Halloween, and in case you don't get what Nuwala is, it's Halloween backwards. The town commemorates Nuwala every year with a vibrant festival that lasts 10 days. This includes parades, costume contests, music, and a lot of quirky local traditions, including the annual chili cook-off. Some spooky locations within Independence, Kansas, is the, I believe it's pronounced Vale Mansion, Bingham Wagoner Estate, and the 1859 jail, Marshall's Home and Museum. And I do apologize if I pronounced any of those incorrectly. Moving along to Sleepy Hollow, New York. And I'm sure everyone again has heard of Sleepy Hollow. This is on my bucket list of places to visit as well. Located roughly an hour away from New York City, Sleepy Hollow is a vibrant town that sure knows how to celebrate Halloween. Around this time of year, Sleepy Hollow transforms from a picturesque small town in the Hudson Valley into a vibrant, festive city with a lot of Halloween-related activities and events. The most famous celebration in Sleepy Hollow is the Great Jack-o'-lantern Blaze, where you can see thousands of grinning, scary-looking pumpkins light up in the night. So it is more than just the home of the legendary Headless Horseman. Some spooky locations in Sleepy Hollow are the Phillipsburg Manor, the Old Dutch Reformed Church, the Washington Irving House, Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, the Horseman's Hollow, the Great Jack-o'-lantern Blaze, and Washington Irving's Sunnyside. Moving along to Williamsburg, Virginia. Colonial Williamsburg is one of the most charming historic cities in the U.S., but the city also has another unique side that comes out every Halloween. As a city with rich history, you'll find many scary stories about Williamsburg, from the first witch hunts to some of the most haunted properties in the country. There are many interesting ghost tours in Williamsburg, with the most famous ones being the Haunting on Dog Street and the Ghosts Among Us. Some other spooky locations in Williamsburg are the Brick House Tavern, the Peyton Randolph House, Hollow Scream, the Wren Building, and the Witch Trials. Some Halloween tour ideas are the Williamsburg Ghost Tour, Beyond the Shadows of Williamsburg, and the Ghosts, Witches, and Pirates Tour. Moving along to Dublin, Ireland. Dublin is one of the best places to celebrate Halloween in Europe. After all, let's not forget that Halloween originated in Ireland. The predecessor of Halloween was an ancient Celtic holiday known as Samhain. Throughout the years, the holiday evolved into the Halloween that we know and love today. But going back to the roots of the holiday is always a nice experience. Every year across Ireland, you'll find an exciting atmosphere for Halloween, and Dublin hosts one of the liveliest celebrations of the holiday. There are many parties and festivals devoted to Halloween, and Irish people sure know how to celebrate. So some spooky locations in Dublin is the St. Audouin's Church, I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Hellfire Club, the Mulholland Castle, the Shelburne Hotel, Orcage Park, and the Argyllian Castle. And again, I'm so sorry if I pronounced those incorrectly. Some tour ideas, if you are visiting this Halloween destination, is the Dublin Dark Side Walking Tour, the Dublin Ghost Tour, and Halloween in Ireland. So moving along to Derry, Northern Ireland. Even though technically another country, Northern Ireland is connected to the ancient festival of Samhain as much as Ireland is. The most prominent example of this is the city of Derry. Derry is one of the rare cities outside of the U.S. to be touted as the best Halloween destination in the world. The locals of Derry are crazy about Halloween, and the festivities and celebrations are even crazier. Every year, the Festival of Derry is even bigger than the previous year, with more international visitors as time passes by. So, if you're looking for a place to celebrate Halloween outside of the U.S., Derry is one of the best Halloween destinations in the world. Locations in Derry are the Spring Hill House and the Glenullion, and hopefully I said that right. I'm so sorry again. Next on our list is London, England. So London, the capital of the UK and one of the most visited cities in Europe and the world, is a city with a bloody past, many haunted sites, spooky back streets, and memories of one of the world's most notorious serial killers, Jack the Ripper. In addition to all this, Halloween in London is always accompanied by vibrant atmosphere, incredible parties, parades, and plenty of mystery and ghost-related attractions. Some spooky locations in London are the Hampton Court Palace, the Theatre Royal, Bruce Castle, the London Dungeon, the Queen's House, Sutton House and Breaker's Yard, the 10 Bells, and the Spaniard Inn. Some tours in London that are worth seeing or going to are the Jack the Ripper Walking Tour, the Ghastly Ghost Walk, and the London Infamous Murder Walking Tour, in the alleyway and shadows of old London. Next on our list is Transylvania, Romania. So on our list here is Transylvania, Romania, and I really just think that this place needed to be on this list. Aside from being one of the most scenic regions of Romania, Transylvania is famous for its dark history and famous legend of Count Dracula that originates from Romania. In Transylvania, you can find many ancient, scary-looking castles and villages that seem to be frozen in time, many fascinating stories, and far more. Halloween as a holiday isn't very big in Romania, but what better way to celebrate it than through a one-of-a-kind creepy experience in the vampire stronghold of Europe. If you want to spend your Halloween at some of the scariest locations in the world, consider visiting Bran Castle, the Rasnov Fortress, Teleki Mansion, and the notorious, I believe it's pronounced Hoya Basin Forest. Some tour ideas in Transylvania are the Exploring the Haunted Hoya Basin Forest, 2-day Halloween tour of Transylvania, the private 6-day Dracula tour, and the 7-day Halloween trip to Transylvania. Another great location to visit during the Halloween season is Prague. And Prague is located in the Czech Republic. It is another great Eastern European city that you should consider if you are visiting places during the Halloween season. Halloween in Prague isn't celebrated with as much enthusiasm as like the way we celebrate it in the United States, but it is an up-and-coming Halloween destination with unique atmosphere. Spooky locations in Prague are the Huska Castle, which I believe I have talked about this castle, the begging skeleton of the Carolinum, the Kinsky Palace, the Old Town Square, St. James Church, Hosov, I believe is how it's pronounced. I'm not sure. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong, which is the Old Jewish Quarter, St. Agnes Convent, the Mala Strana, and the psychiatric hospital that is located there. Some tours to go on if you are visiting Prague are the Scary Prague Walking Tour, the Prague Ghost and Legends Tour, the Prague Witch Tour, and the Night in a Haunted Hotel, back to Middle Ages. So moving along to Edinburgh, Scotland. So Edinburgh is another major European city that hosts fabulous Halloween parties and is the home to some of the most haunted places in Europe. Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland and one of the most beautiful historic cities in the old continent. Similar to Irish people, Scotland people also have a history of celebrating Samhain and incorporated traditional elements of this festival into their Halloween celebrations, which is another reason to visit Edinburgh during this time of year. Some spooky places to visit while you are in Edinburgh is the Edinburgh Castle, Mary King's Close, Southbridge Vaults, the Greyfriars Kirkyard, the Banshee Labyrinth, and some famous tours are the world-famous Underground Ghost Tour, the Fright Night Tour, the Haunted Vaults and Graveyard Tour, and the Paranormal Tour of Edinburgh. So that is our video for today. Those are some of the haunted places around the world that are worth visiting if you are visiting places solely during the Halloween season. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and remember to hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, as well as the notification bell next to it to be notified of all of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.